808, okay, okay.
You's a bitch, nigga. 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 I'll fuck you up, nigga. You's a bitch, nigga. All y'all niggas pussies, nigga. You's a pussy.
This is security? That's security, nigga. You pussy, nigga.
Look, you gonna blow like this.
Look. Shut up. Shut up. And you with a cop. You way out, nigga. And look, you tight. And you with police. And you with police, nigga. Look, that nigga's a cop. That nigga's a cop, nigga. You pussy, nigga. That nigga's pussy. That's a fact, that nigga's pussy. Look, ain't with a cop. We don't got no security. I got my own fight on the security in the club. That nigga's a cop. Ain't this nigga pussy, nigga.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy 808 LK.
And this your boy, RJ the Dolo one.
And we back at y'all for the second episode of 2021. That video you just saw, craziness, man. Listen, I don't care how you feel about 6ix9ine. That motherfucker will pull up on you. Now, regardless if it's fake or not, he will pull up. I remember when I first watched that video, first thing that went through my head was, this shit is fake. Like, there's no way. Because he's out there low-key reciting lyrics to a rap song. I'm like, nah, this ain't real. But then I see Meek's security. I'm like, the character of Meek, I assume, would not be down to do no shit like that. So there was no conversation made ahead of time that, hey, we're gonna stage this in the parking lot. And then the next day, Meek drops a little Instagram thing where he got like a diss. He already got the diss song. I'm really thinking this is some bullshit, like it's staged. And then I'm also thinking, nigga, where was this energy when Drake dropped his shit and it took you 800 weeks to drop something? You already got the shit for 6ix9ine loaded, ready to go. My full opinion on this thing, it varies, man. I'm on one side and then I flip over to the other side. On one hand, I'm like, nigga, you rap about all this shit. And I think there's a bigger lesson to be made. There's a bigger lesson. If we can look beyond Meek and 6ix9ine really quick, all you rappers that rap about being in that life, and all you kids that are watching that eat and soak that shit up, I really feel like the past 2 to 3 years, who y'all think is gangster, 6ix9ine, has exposed a lot of y'all's favorite rappers. A lot of niggas say shit on tape, go to the studio, filming, got guns, shooters, all of this shit, and we've seen them in situations. It seems like the running excuse is 6ix9ine is the feds. 6ix9ine is here to set you up. And it's easy to fall back on that excuse as well, because obviously he's a snitch. But it just gets me wondering, man, you're a man. You're put in situations. Do you handle your shit like a man? You had security there. It could have just been a nice little NBA fight. A little push, one punch thrown, shit gets broken up. Like something. You on wax talking crazy. Now, on the other hand, nigga, Meek been on fucking probation for fucking a decade. I know he don't want to go back to jail. Nobody around him wants him to go back to jail. Is it the smart move to just brush that shit off, talk greasy, and keep it moving? Hell yeah. But you a gangster rapper though, right? Where you at with it, man?
So I'll just say that going back to the Drake situation, there was a time when Safari called Meek out to a fight.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought
He called Meek out to a fight. He
Okay.
called Meek out to a fight.
Mhm.
That's when was a little bit before they rolled up on him at the BET Awards.
Right.
He rolled up with his dudes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Safari was like by himself or with like another guy or some shit, and they rolled up on him. And then it's like the shit was cool, man. You know, that's the thing that I never really liked about Meek. Is just first of all, the nigga is awkward body. You know what I'm saying? The nigga's awkward body, and he's throwing awkward punches. So it's like, nigga, you're talking greasy, but then you know it's not gonna be you that's really gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit to me that is.
You said he got that Bill Cartwright.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The shit is just real awkward. So you're talking greasy, but you know you're not gonna be the one to do shit. So,
right.
You know, you also, when the whole Drake situation happened as well, it was like, okay, well, you know, you're that nigga, man. You're that rapping, that battle rapping nigga.
Right.
And you basically had less heart than Common. Definitely less than Pusha T. Shit, even Joe Budden.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm expecting more, man. I'm really expecting more. I'm trying to, because you ran up on Safari like that. So I'm like, okay. So when I see this video, man, and I see this shit pop off, I'm just like, okay, well, you know, what's gonna happen? What's going down? And from what I seen, man, it's a bunch of nothing. But on top of it, it's like you're making an excuse about the feds and shit like that. And I'm just thinking, man, you know, when he got out of jail, I'm expecting like I'm expecting to see a whole nother Meek, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting to see a positive, you know, all of this shit.
He did.
New De La Soul.
He had a couple positive tracks.
Yeah, man.
Inspirational performance on BET.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but you know, you right back on that shit, and that's fine, man. You want to be back on that shit, be back on that shit. That's what everyone loves you for, right? But at some point, somebody's going to test your gangster, right? That's what 6ix9ine said for years. You know, he's going around testing niggas gangster and shit. So I mean, now's your chance to prove you. They talk all of this shit about rat this, rat that, but I know you don't like to hear it. I know there will be no Jay-Z slander, but you know what it is. You know he got ties to rats already his damn self, right? So if you're gonna speak on somebody else ratting, then hey, what's good? What's up with what you got going over here with the people you associate with, right? So at the end of the day, that whole rat shit doesn't mean nothing to me, because I know it's all just smoke and mirrors anyway, and the for most of the niggas in the game. But I would expect that, you know, just stay the fuck out of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're not really trying to put in that work, stay out of it, man. Like, why is there so much hate and slander for the man? I mean, listen, man, the man was a civilian, got into it with some people that wasn't civilians. You already know what it was. See, that's the whole thing about it too, man, is if that shit never popped off, he probably would have did a track with the nigga, man. He probably would have did a track with it, because it's all smoke and mirrors anyway. It's all about making money. It's all about selling records and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you come out, you know, speaking on this man, and he has the nerve to pull up on you. And then it's like you're gonna talk about it's a setup. So what you want to do? You want to be able to speak on other people's shit and never get seen about it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. They hide behind that, and 6ix9ine has allowed it to happen because he's actually snitch and he was actually in that situation. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not saying be stupid, but if you're gonna talk it, you gotta at some point back it, especially if that man is in your face. There's a lot of rappers that talk greasy about him, always with the rat emojis, constantly going at him. And I feel like all of them now if he did that, if he pulled up on them, all have a built-in excuse now. And regardless if you look at it as an excuse or not, they're going to use it, whatever it is, to not participate in the confrontation. And like I said, I just got mixed feelings about it. But if you're smart and you're older, I guess you don't have to be old to have figured the game out by now. But these young kids eat the shit up. They still believe. I'm not gonna lie, growing up as a kid, shit, I believed in a lot of rappers' personas, characters and shit. Think a nigga gangster, 50 came out, bulletproof vest, nigga like, ooh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, you think a nigga hard, everything that he's spitting, shooting, selling, like, at some point, you do get checked. And even if you fake, right? Even if you playing everybody, these niggas is smart enough to know back in the day, at least, they gotta act like it, right? If you rolled up on 50 back in the day, there was gonna be a confrontation, right? Even if that wasn't his heart, even if that wasn't him, he knew bare minimum. I gotta join in this confrontation. Bare minimum. That's the bare minimum.
Listen, you can look at him and you can tell it's not going to happen. It's not going to be him.
Mm-hmm.
His stance, just the way he's built, it's not built for confrontation. It's not built for fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? So
stop looking at this man's body.
Listen, man. Listen.
Yo.
Listen, I'm just saying, I seen the video of him throwing the punches that time, and I was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Some people, you already know, they're not even built for certain things. So it is what it is. Like, if you're gonna have your peoples put in work for you, okay, because see, don't get it twisted, man. When it comes to this rap shit, it's plenty of dead rappers out here. So you know some niggas is actually about that, right? So if it's gonna be you just gonna shut your mouth and just send some shooters forth arguing in each other's faces, at that point, it's hands. It's hands, or it's some shots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to, if it's a setup, man, keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying? If
bare minimum hands, bare minimum hands,
bare minimum hands, right? But then you look at him and you already know it's not gonna be hands.
A push. He said he spit on him. I didn't see that part in the video. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I didn't catch that part. So I guess, yeah, you know, that's disrespectful. That's like throwing a punch. I take somebody spit on me, like that's a punch. So I'm going ape shit.
See, that's the difference, man. That's the difference nowadays than back in the day, man. I think nowadays that kind of shit is cool. But listen, back in the day, man, you spit on a nigga before you even throw a punch.
Yeah, nah. Females was doing that shit.
Exactly, man. So I'm just like, yo, this shit, you know, this shit is if you ask me, and this whole situation, I feel like, and this isn't the first time. This nigga 6ix9ine has found the formula, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's found the formula and he's winning again. You know, like when you instantly jumping on social media to tell everybody you spit on a man.
It's crazy. That's crazy. That's like saying, I scratched this nigga.
I pinched the nigga.
Yeah. You know, he rolled up on me and I clawed that motherfucker.
Yeah, man. I mean, that shit. Yo, like I said, man, he's found the formula. So I mean, it is what. But see, I wouldn't expect, you know, just given the whole history, you know, with the Meek shit. I want to say I wouldn't expect anything else, because on the confrontational beef tip, I seen how the Safari shit went down, and then on the lyrical tip, I seen how the Drake shit went down.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm just like, I really wouldn't expect. I didn't expect much more than that. I'll be surprised if the video dropped and he's out there, they're actually out there throwing hands, him and 6ix9ine. I'd have been surprised to see that shit, man.
And shit, we can settle all this shit with boxing gloves. For a minute, rappers was going around with gloves.
Yeah, but he's not gonna do that shit. I know. You know, he's not gonna do that shit, man. I told you, he got that Stephen A. Smith stance.
Yo, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, he's not getting into that shit.
Oh man. I guess we'll wrap that up with, look, what I take from it is this. Niggas rap about killing every day. Niggas rap about selling drugs every day. As a consumer, as a fan, you need to start realizing niggas aren't who they say they are. Once again, I don't want this to come out like I'm defending 6ix9ine. But if you are who you say you are, at this point, he's then already admitted he's a rat. And he's leaned in and embraced it. That doesn't make it better, but he's accepted who he is. I think it's time for these other rappers to accept who they are, which is gangsters on record. Cool motherfuckers in real life who don't want no drama, who hire alleged shooters to handle their business for them. You're the ones that need to stay out of jail. You're the ones that are the meal ticket for your family members and your homeboys and your crew and your entourage and your security. I get it. Just stop talking greasy on records, because somebody's gonna test your shit one day, and God forbid it's a rat. Now let's move on to Draymond Green.
Out now on every single platform. 96701. We can't tell no one about our love. We can't even tell the ones we trust. Cause if this love got out, it would destroy us. So we just don't say much.
To watch Andre Drummond before the game sit on the sideline, then go to the back, and then come out in street clothes because a team is going to trade him.
On Green's video, I don't want to play the whole thing, but that was a snippet, the key parts. And this is another topic that I don't believe you could just take one stance on. You could. I feel like, I have a very open mind. So I see things from all angles. One of the angles and the point I think he's trying to make, to me, holds more weight with the media. The way this shit is perceived. The media controls the narrative with pretty much everything in this fucking world. And it's ridiculous. But they control it. And the narrative is, when a player wants out, when he wants to be traded, the narrative is he's no longer loyal. He's now disrupting the team. He's a cancer. And the team is forced now. He's forced the team's hand to get rid of him. Teams then can get rid of him. Fans then burn jerseys. Teams, to make it right, can get rid of a player in the same manner, the same fashion, invite them back next season, right? Not invite them back, but play that player on the team that they traded to, do a little tribute video, and everything's all good. They did a tribute video for me. They did me dirty, but hey, it's all good. It's business. On the other hand, it's a fucking business. You are a fucking employee. Your company can do with you as they please because you are under contract. Could they do it more nicely? Could they give you more respect? But what were you taught growing up as a kid by your father, at least ones that had one, or some type of adult figure in your life? They would always tell you, I'm preparing you for the real world, because in the real world, don't nobody really give a fuck about you. These teams constantly remind these players, this shit is gonna happen with or without you. You can get the fuck on board, or you can get the fuck off. But we control it. What's your thoughts?
First off, I want to say LeBron has ruined the league.
Facts.
And basically schooled these niggas to believe that they're entitled to somebody else's shit. So it's their league. they can run it how they want. You want to be a part of their shit. See, my take on this shit is that I really don't want to hear shit the players have to say, because there's more than enough players. They got more than enough money to start their own league. If you want to come and work for somebody else, you can't tell them how to run their shit. Period, point blank. You got a problem with how they do business? Start your own league. You got a problem with not getting enough money? Start your own league. You got a problem with the national anthem? Start your own league. Start your own league. Like, what the fuck? What is it that these niggas don't understand? Because you want to complain about how somebody else runs their business, and you know it's business. See, the funny thing to me is when it's happening to somebody that they're not cool with, they don't care. But if it's one of their homies, then all of a sudden they want to speak up. They want to use this as an example, use that as an example. And you talk about the media, but you got to understand Draymond is part of the media too. So while you sitting up complaining about the media, you're a part of the media. So, I mean, like I said, when it comes to these players, man, they're working for someone else. You don't make the rules. I never understood that, man. Like, you sign the contract and then you get upset about all these little things, but it's the guaranteed money. The guaranteed money is what spoils them, man. They believe that it's their league. I don't even know if they, you know, I've heard a couple of players talk about starting their own league before in the past. I don't know why it hasn't gained traction. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is niggas know how niggas do. So if you start your own league, now you have to deal with the shit that niggas do. And they don't want to, and they don't trust it. So they would rather trust a white man than trust another nigga, because we know how we do. That's the only thing I can think of, because other than that, why haven't you started your own league? LeBron got money, Michael Jordan got money, Magic got money. All these niggas got money. Why are they continuously dealing with the bullshit that they got all these problems with, instead of just starting their own league? I mean, that's, to me, I don't get it, man. It's like being entitled. You're entitled to somebody else's shit. If when in that video where he said the players need to have just as much power or some shit like that, you know, I'm just thinking, how the fuck, nigga, you didn't build the league up from nothing to something. Nigga, you're not paying the employees and shit, you know. The niggas that selling popcorns and sodas and shit like that, nigga, you getting your check and you just, you know what I'm saying, you out here flossing, you know what I'm saying, you're not paying all those people, you're not paying insurance, you're not paying security, all this type of shit. The owners is responsible for all that shit. Now you're coming in here, you're trying to tell them how to run their shit. Come on, man, that don't make no sense. Nigga, start your own league. That's it. That's my take. Start your own shit.
And they'll never do that, because that would be tough to pull off. The groundwork, the time that is going to take, the hours to get niggas to come over. What was it before? The ABA, right? That merged?
ABA, yeah.
With the NBA. They tried it for a minute. I'm not saying that was even a black-owned league. It wasn't, but it had a lot of the black players at the time. The niggas with swag, Dr. J and all that shit. They ended up getting bought out and coming over. Like, starting their own league, that's a cool idea, but it's not gonna work. Not right now. And well, if for it to work, it would take every single big star. Like, you wouldn't be able to half-ass it. The point would be to take every single big star to that new league. Then the NBA will be forced. Their hand will be forced at that point. But guess why they can't do that? Because they've all signed individual contracts. One expires in 4 years, one expires in 1 year, the other one expires in 3 years. Like, you're all under contract. I really want to defend Draymond Green, because I think he did touch on something that was right. But what he's touching on, to me, is just a perception. He cannot be thinking clearly if he's really thinking that the players deserve the same amount of power and respect as the league or the franchises. He does know the Golden State Warriors existed before they drafted him. He's not even himself a game changer, a trendsetter. He got one on his team, Steph, but he's not even that dude. So I want to defend him when it comes to perception and media. He is right. The players don't get fair treatment when they want to up and leave, when their working environment is compromised. I get it. But as far as changing the system, the structure of it, it's not going down, man. Once again, as I always say, this shit is not designed for us. It's designed for us to be on the board, being moved. We're not actually supposed to be standing above the board, looking down on the board, shouting out the moves.
But what would make you think that you were supposed to?
LeBron James. We can save that topic for another day. You hit it right on the head when you say he ruined the league in so many aspects, from fucking joining up with people, stacking teams, to we're not gonna do it. We're gonna save that topic for later. We're gonna cover that shit. Let's go ahead and end with a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a while. She is bad as hell. But is Lori Harvey a glorified hoe or a low-key Hall of Fame nominee? It's a question that I think dudes have been trying to figure out for a while. I know where females stand. I've yet to read one bad comment on it. It's a double standard. I get it. And she's actually probably doing what you should do, because we all say it. Girls need to go through their whole phase, right? We've seen it, and we've been on the other end of it, receiving offerings from their whole phase. We have partaken in it. My thing with this whole thing is, I don't even know if I want to get into her father and his books and how she's doing, some say following to a T, and then some say the exact opposite. I heard, I saw a video today. I forget who it was, but the question was, is she running through niggas or are niggas running through her? I got more to say on this, but what do you think?
Damn, that's loaded. But you know, the reality is, man, when it comes to some shit like that, of course niggas is running through her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's this perception that women can do the same shit that men can do.
Right.
But the thing about it is it affects women differently. You know, when it's all said and done, and of course there's exception to the rule, but usually, man, when it's all said and done, the whole phase is going to affect you later on in life. It doesn't affect men like that. And it's a double standard, but it's a lot of double standards when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So some shit you just have to accept it. I never understood why a woman, the mothers of our children, the ones that are supposed to keep the household in order and shit like that, the first teachers of our children, why they would even want to do anything that men do. But none of that matters, man. Nowadays, this shit is glorified. Like you said, a glorified hoe. I think it's that. I think a lot of shit that shouldn't even be brought into the camera view. Nowadays, this shit is out front in the open and it's glorified, man. And honestly, I think it's just gonna get worse.
That's the argument. The argument is that she's famous and she's doing what regular girls do, except she's famous and we're reporting it.
Well, the thing about it is, that's just the times, man. That's the times. That's the times. Everything is getting reported now, and it's just funny to me that people give a shit. I don't even understand why they give a shit, honestly, man. If you want to be passed around by these niggas, cool. But what I don't get is why it's like a scoreboard or some shit that people care about. Because if you're not the nigga that's getting it, what the fuck? Why do you care? Why do you care so much about these people's, these chicks' body counts and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? All these chicks have been ran through. So, but that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it still comes down to, for the men, no one's really keeping score. If they are, it's not hurting them. It's just hurting the chicks. And what I don't get, of course, when you brought up Steve Harvey, is with all the shit that he preaches, how did this even happen? But, it is what it is. But man, glorified hoe, yeah, man. And this, like I said, this is just scratching the surface, man. This shit is going to get worse. But it's going to affect the women. It's going to affect her more because, like I said, it's been like this for men since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? So when you say who's running through who, of course the men are running through her. It doesn't matter, man. It might seem like she's, like she's doing something, but at the end of the day, everyone's going to look at her like the body's all on her.
Now that's what I assumed until this nigga Michael B. Jordan, which every female loves, decided to wife her. Now, if you're telling me she's done,
you're dropping news. Like when you say wife her now, what do you mean?
I don't mean they're fiancés right now. That's his fiance.
Oh, okay.
But it's official. See, when a couple of these guys were dating her, there wasn't really too many photos. It wasn't official on social media. Nobody was gallivanting around holding hands. Like Future had her in the pool. Future did what he was supposed to do. Diddy did what he was supposed to do. Diddy's son did what he was supposed to do. Trey Songz did what he was supposed to do. What's the dude's name? Memphis Depay did what he was supposed to do. Lewis Hamilton did what he was supposed to do. You want me to keep going with the names?
Or whole roster.
Are we good? You want me to keep going? Akon's brother did what he was supposed to. Not even Akon. Akon's brother did what he was supposed to do.
Nigga, I didn't even know Akon had a brother. This is how he gets brought into the spotlight.
She knew he had a brother. So it's like with knowing all of this, Michael B. Jordan still takes her in, wifes her up all over his Instagram. She got him all over his. And I'm just thinking to myself, I know no girl is a virgin. I know when you get her, she's already then had sexual experiences. I get it. And vice versa. But you know exactly who she's been dealing with, the frequency of it, and for how long. And you know the niggas. Not that you should hate, but you should handle accordingly. If I see Future with something and he let it go, I'm already assuming it's for the streets. I'm not posing for pics, going on vacation, buying Birkin bags for a situation that is presented to me to be for the streets. But this is supposed to be the generation's role model, the best actor in the game, the sexiest man alive, voted by all these magazines. He could have anybody he wants. And he decides to be the next victim or just the next dude that runs through Lori Harvey. It sounds like I'm degrading her or calling her a hoe. But I am. I don't want to misconstrue it. That's exactly what I'm calling.
I was about to say, you scared me for a minute.
Are there male hoes? Yes. Did I have my little young phase when I was super young? Yeah. But nobody knew about that shit.
Exactly.
I ain't had no camera on me, bro.
You know, it's weird. Like, I don't know, man. Dudes are weirdos nowadays, man. And see, you know, I think what it is, you know, I don't know much about his background, but there's a lot of dudes out here being raised by women,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I believe that in that situation, man, you're almost taught to put up with,
Mm-hmm.
to tolerate, even to seek out the example that you're being shown as a kid growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, these dudes, you man, I've seen dudes basically just noodle back. I've seen noodle back dudes that talk about, you know, respecting them, and no matter what, you know, no matter what they do, man, you gotta always respect them.
Respect her past. Everybody has a past.
No matter what they do, man, you always gotta respect the woman, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting up here like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Who told you this? Who told? It couldn't have been your father. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't have been your father. Who told you this shit? You know, so I just think, man, that it's some generational shit, man. And like I said, it's only gonna get worse. You know, the community, you know who runs it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in their favor, man, to teach young men this type of shit. You know, now you don't even value yourself as a man anymore, because now you're willing to accept just anything. At least if she lied to you, at least, you know, if you didn't know about any of this shit, at least she lied to you. And
that's what makes it fucking worse.
Nigga, it's live. You know what I'm saying? This shit is in plain view. You knew it the whole time, and you still, man.
He has to officially be a simp. If there was any misconstrue or confusion before, it's official now. Well, Michael B. Jordan is a simp.
See, this is the funny thing about it, though. But it's a couple of years later. Mm-hmm. Remember when Rob Kardashian started fucking with Blac Chyna? He was being called all kind of simps.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, even women were calling him simps. Now, you know you a simp
when the female.
Because I'm gonna tell you, like,
that's who they defend.
Exactly, and most females, what they'll try to do to defend the shit is they almost don't want to even acknowledge that simps even exist. Like you talk to a bitch about a simp and they be like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nah, that's just a respectable man. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a cheat code. You don't want people to know you're cheating.
Exactly. So, but it got to the point to where even they were calling Rob Kardashian a simp. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This nigga might take the title. He might have the title. Mm-hmm. But you look at Rob Kardashian and like, yeah, money is money, but I could understand how a chick might be like, yo, you know, I know he got money, but I ain't really fucking with him like that. He ain't, you know, he not looking, you know, this nigga's not sexual chocolate or whatever, you know? So, okay, cool. So now they're calling him simps, but you look at Michael B. Jordan, it's like this nigga's doing the same thing. All you know, if she pops up in a couple months and she's pregnant, man, he's on the same course as Rob Kardashian, you know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering, well, like, why is there no simps being thrown around in this situation, you know? Mm-hmm. But it's a couple of years later now, man, you know what I'm saying? And there's this movement almost where they know that they're brainwashing niggas. Mm-hmm. You know, like when old girl got up there and said that shit about the Birkin bags, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got a nigga buying Birkins and all this type of shit, and you got actual dudes defending this dumb shit, I'm just like, yo, man,
we're gone.
A wrap, man.
We're gone.
It's a wrap.
It's nothing but downhill after.
Yeah. Like, nigga, this shit is over, man. This shit is over.
Yeah, nigga, she had a point. You know what I mean? You're supposed to get your girl a Birkin. Nigga, what?
What? Shit is, nigga, I just want another 10, maybe 15, man, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Just another 10 or 15, and I call it quits, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I want to see more, you know what I'm saying, more past that. Because if this shit goes the trajectory that is going right now,
Mhm. How does the old saying go? When a person shows you who they are, accept
believe
it.
him.
Exactly.
Believe
Believe it, accept it.
Just
She's
think about
shown,
that.
huh?
Just think about this for a minute.
Hmm.
Sexiest man alive. Nigga, you could have damn near any bitch you want.
Anyone. In any country. You seen chicks from Dubai? You seen anywhere on this earth, exotic, whatever.
You know, I don't know if you even thought about this shit, because see, now it's really getting weird. This just dawned on me. You can have any woman you want. You choose the woman that has been ran through by all of these dudes in the public eye. Why? Is it her or is it the dudes? You sit back and you look at her racking up all of these bodies,
right?
Known bodies. Is it that you really just want her? Now you can have any woman you want. Is she that sexy? Is she that sexy? Like when I look at her, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, the bitch is fine, but like I've seen a lot of fine bitches. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is it about her? And that's when I'm starting to think now that it ain't about her. It's about the dudes. This nigga wants to be with her because of the dudes that she's been with.
Well, then that's gay.
Exactly. That's why I said that the shit was about to get weird, man, because I'm just thinking to myself, it doesn't make any sense to me, man.
It's like a car you see rappers with. Hey, yo, man, I gotta get that Bentley, man. I seen Rick Ross pull up with it. Hey, yo, I gotta get that Lori. Nigga, you seen Future with that? Had that bitch in the pool, legs was open and shit. Yo, I gotta get. Yo, that's weird.
I hate to take it there. I hate to take it there, but yeah, it's just, I'm just thinking to myself like, yo,
it's
man.
like a Rolex. It's a piece. It's an accessory. But with that though, is the posting letting everybody know part of that too? So you finally got the Bentley that was in the Rick Ross video. So now you got to post with it, right?
Well,
you gotta put pictures, take selfies and shit with it in the driveway. You got to show it off, right?
Well, I will tell you what I think. Like when it comes to Michael B. Jordan, man, I believe that there's levels when it comes to the acting shit, of course, right? Do you think Michael B. Jordan believes that he's on the level of like a Leonardo DiCaprio or fucking Robert De Niro or some shit like that?
I think the Black community and his paychecks make him think he's better than what he is.
But he knows.
I don't know what he thinks deep inside.
He knows, because see, that's what I noticed. Like a lot of those dudes do is you might not be the upper echelon of the top niggas in what it is that you do. So you go to another, not completely move to another genre, but you dabble in it. You know what I'm saying? You dabble in another genre, and it's like now you're up there with those dudes. Now he's not rapping, but he can date the same girls that the rappers date. So now he's comparable to a Future. Now he's comparable to any of those dudes that you rattled off. You know what I'm saying? When you know Clooney and Leonardo DiCaprio and shit, he's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not competing with those dudes for those upper echelon bitches like that. You know
they done got a bitch from Argentina that we didn't know shit about.
Exactly. So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I can go get the baddest in this, you know what I'm saying, in this genre over here. I'm gonna step over here and I'm gonna pull who they say is one of the baddest over here. But when it comes to that actor shit, man, you know what I'm saying? No. He knows where he ranks when it comes to that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting Clooney bitches, man. And the thing that trips me out is maybe he could. That's the reason why I say it just doesn't It doesn't resonate with something is wrong about that's what I say. I think it's more about the dudes, man. It's more about the clout. You know, a lot of times people just want the clout from the community because you know who's not giving them the clout. And you would think, man, Marvel, you know what I'm saying, Killmonger, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You would think that a nigga got enough clout.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, man, sometimes you just want that clout from the community. You want them to really, you know, big you up in everything that you do, man. So I guess that's one way, man. I mean, it's weird though, man. Who's giving a nigga props for having a bitch that everybody passed around?
That's what I'm saying. If I'm his homie, like I'm talking like childhood friend, still in his entourage, I'm like, bruh, don't get me wrong. I don't think I could see myself saying leave it alone.
No, I'm saying,
but I would be like, yo, smash.
If you're gonna smash,
and then
man,
get the
smash.
fuck out.
What the hell are you doing, nigga?
Don't make no mistakes either, because that might be the biggest check that she's done had. I mean, Future got money, but he got 800 kids. I wouldn't depend on that. Michael B. Jordan might be the biggest.
That's one.
She dated a football star, soccer. You know them soccer niggas make money.
That's
it's up there. It's probably the top 3.
You know, when you say, you know, this man don't have no real friends. This is one of those times, man. It's like, you really.
All of his friends is probably in the industry, up in the shit. Oh shit, my nigga got Lori. Oh shit, my nigga, oh shit. That's what they doing. And he's just filling his head up and he feeling good about it. Taking the bitch on vacations and shit. She is quick to go on a vacation with a nigga, bro. All of her pics, man, be on vacay with these niggas. That's why I said, I mean, it's a legitimate question on the surface, but we all know the answer. But she's obviously benefiting from it. So I don't want to knock that. It is a hustle. Since the beginning of time, niggas have been paying for pussy, indirectly or directly.
Yeah, man.
So
but I mean,
she's getting something out of it, but the perception is totally out of whack if she cares about that at all. And she may not, because like you said, this generation, she's part of that young generation.
Nigga.
Don't care.
This reminds me of like the Cat Stacks.
Oh my God, that era. Jesus.
And what's the other girl? Selena.
Oh, she's still here.
Yeah, but this just, to me, it seemed just like another version of that. But when you start telling me, you know, because this is news to me, man, you know, about the posting and all that shit.
It's like, everywhere, nigga.
Because at least when niggas was smashing them other chicks, man, like that shit was supposed to be on the low.
Yeah, nobody knew.
You know, and yeah, they was exposing it, you know what I'm saying? But
the chicks was doing it, not the dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you telling me that this nigga is doing, man.
This nigga over there when Lori sleep.
Nigga, yo, you bugging. You really bugging right now.
Yo, this nigga going through a dress and shit when she's sleeping.
I hope it ain't true, man.
And on that note.